Hi, this is John Schaefer. Welcome aboard Velocity. Today's video for the 445 is what we set up for safety. So first thing I'll talk about is the EPIRB. So here's our EPIRB here. Regulations for the Coast Guard for a commercial vessel is you have to check this every month. And so we have it in our log. We check it every month. As you can see, I have my new certification sticker on here. And so we're certified that this is registered with NOAA. And that's free. You can do that online. And this lock pulls up. Oh, one other thing we have here is this is a hydrostatic release. And you can see this is up to date. So this will release at 100 feet of water. If this is in 100 feet of water, this will automatically deploy and turn on the EPIRB. So there's the hydrostatic release. We check that a lot. I got the expiration down there as expiration of 2019. That's just a reminder so I could quick look and do that. So that's how it is. I also have this labeled. Anything that can float off the boat, I've got the name of the boat labeled on it. Additionally, I have a dam buoy, which is right here. Now this is a man overboard kit. I'll explain a little more about this. If we do have a man overboard, one of the first things we do is we just take the top of this off, relay this, and release this, and this will automatically splash in the water. And it puts up a 3-meter beacon with a flashing light that's in the air and a flag on it. And it gives the ability for the person who's in the water to swim and attach to it. But because of the because of the beacon goes so high, it also gives us a point of visual as well. It's got an anchor, a water anchor that's on it, so it floats with the current, just as if a person would be with the current as well. All right, the other thing we have right here attached to the aft of the boat, and the reason these are aft of the boat is because when a person falls in, no matter how fast you're going, they tend to end up aft of the boat unless they're hanging. So this is a throw line. You just unclip it. You can attach this to the boat. This end goes to attach to the boat, and then you'll be able to just do like an underhand throw, and then this line will go to that individual. Most instances, you're going to use this once you get the boat close to the person, so you can throw it in their direction. And one of the other things we have in the cockpit always is a place you can quick grab a knife. So why would you have a knife in your cockpit? Well, it's great for opening a beer, number one, if you can't find anything else. But most effectively, if you're tied to a dock and any reason you got to cut a line really quick, there's some great survival stories about people who have been able to cut their lines off of docks through tsunamis or whatever it might be, a quick elevation of water. But more importantly, if you get a snag on a line, you can cut the rope that way. You got a guy behind me like this. If you need to, you can cut them too if they start acting up while they're on camera. We run everything off of this as here is how I do my briefings. One thing I'd like to highlight in the briefings, if it is a really emergency, we highlight where the beer is located. So the beer is actually located right here in the fridge, so that's part of the safety briefing everybody can have. And that clicks there, and if you look at the other side, it shows all the safety equipment that we've done on the top deck. So also we can orient people to what those look like. These are easy to do. Every manufacturer has a white background of their products, and you can just download those right off the internet and put it on your own safety briefing chart. Now for communications, in the event of an emergency, there's a couple things that we can do here. So we have a Fleet 1 KVH here. What's really nice about this is this can run all our internet. We can run everything off of that. Run through an optimizer, which is right here. So the optimizer helps to give us only the data and the packets that we want. We run our weather software off that as well. What's nice about the KVH is it also has an input on it right into the a regular cordless phone. So you can take this cordless phone anywhere on the boat and you can have a conversation with that. That's kind of nice on there. Additionally, we have 2 separate AIS handheld radios. And we use the extend mics on there too, and just go to a different channel. We really like that for somebody who's at the watch or somebody who's forward on the boat. If you're working on the bow, we like those individuals that have those, so we can communicate them very clearly. And then if they do, by any chance, go overboard, because if you're on the bow, that's where your greatest likelihood of going overboard is going to be for us. We like those people that have handheld radios with them. Good. Radio procedures. Everybody understands how this is. It's part of our briefing. And then also the procedures for the sat phone and when we make a call. Please notice the 505 emergency calling for the fleet broadband. It looks just like SOS, so you hit 505, pound, bam, there it is, and then it goes right to the Marine Rescue Coordination Center. It's absolutely fantastic. Additionally, what we have here is this is just a patch. Velcro's on it or off. At night, you want to know where your medical equipment is, so if you're shining a light, that highly reflects. We have 3 different kits for a medical. This one, braces and bandages, so this will be for cuts and if it breaks. This one here is labeled for medication, so from seasicknesses to tooth to burns, anything you'll need any medication to put on. Finally, we have this one here, and this is more wound care, which will be important. So this will have everything else, and all of this is just put together and packed for cuts, breaks, gloves, anything in the medical pack, and how to use it. Now, our entire race team is trained on this. We actually bring a doctor on board, and one of our doctors will go through this. And if you do ever bring a doctor on board, make sure you understand the sailboat. Sailing doctors are always the best. All right, personal locating beacons. We have a couple of those. Again, our guys in the bow would most likely have these on. And then everyone will get one of these. These are these life tabs. What's nice about these is when these are activated, they go to green. If these all of a sudden are separated from the boat, it causes an MOB alarm to go off. And I think in one of our other videos I said we learned a lesson with these while we were racing to Bermuda. One of our guys had these on his wrist and he went to sleep in the forward cabin, but the antenna is in the aft cabin, and we kept getting the MOB and we figured out it was because he was so far away from it. So be careful if you're really forward on these. And look at that, we got a pom-pom because a man overboard somewhere. Our life vests and how we have our life vest set up. We got a couple different options on velocity. By West Marine, which I like because it's got the zipper on here, so you can just easily just put it on and zip it on. But we add a lot of features to ours. One is going to be, if you look here, here's a crew saver. That's a spray hood. So spray hoods are working really nice. They're actually mandated by some of the sailing regulations. Also have leg straps. So these leg straps also help they help keep the life vest down, so it doesn't choke you up on here. We also have knives on every one of them. We have whistles. Whistles are located inside every one, and we also have these aquas. We also have aqua specs. As you can hear, I got the radio on, and you know, a good way to try the aqua spec. If you watch this, imagine this being in the water, and it's an auto. It goes on the water. Watch. There you go. See that? Look, how about that? It gets wet, it goes on, and that's a great way to test it. I highly recommend that you don't lick it though, because you never know where it's been. But on velocity, you know, we got a real bunch of sailors here, and so we expect the worst in every situation when it comes to where these things have been. Sorry.